Hi, friends. Today I'm opening up my journal from my counseling sessions to share with you the benefits of working with a counselor and maybe a tip you could use to help you kind of work through the situation that you're in. So I like to draw out what I'm thinking or feeling. So in my journal, I drew a picture of a stovetop. And so I want you to imagine with me a stovetop. There's a pot on a burner. The burner is on high. The knob is on high. And in the pot, the substance is bubbling and steaming, high boil. That, what is in the pot, represented my anxiety. I felt like my anxiety was on high. And I could not figure out how to turn it down to medium or simmer. And so, talking it out with my counselor, we identified that there were situations, separate situations in my life where I wasn't able to exert control. And this was ramping up my anxiety or putting the heat under my anxiety. And because I kept focusing on what I couldn't control, there wasn't any way that the heat, the anxiety was going to be able to be reduced. So she wanted me to focus on what I could control, which at the time I felt like there was nothing I could control. And of course, that's not true. I can control what I think, what I, what, uh, my judgments, I wanted people to be doing something that they weren't doing. Don't get to control that. But what do I get to control? Um, how I look at the situation, how much time I spend thinking about it, um, why I'm thinking about it, if I can't control it. And as we worked through that process of identifying what I could control, and part of that even meant looking at things in my life, my vision was so monofocused on those things that I wasn't looking at the rest of my life. And then that's how I started to turn down the heat on my anxiety. So that's just a visual and, you know, um, something that I thought you might find beneficial. And the reason why I'm a proponent of counseling. And as always, you know, if you don't like your counselor, you can always find another one. All right. Until next time.